Game. Some final preparations here. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. And as teams are grinding through their schedules, let's see how it's going out east. You look at Chicago, slogging along so far, sitting at 10th place in the conference.
Checking out the Bulls, and I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And the starting group for Chicago. White and Okoro are the wings. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Jones in at the 1. And for Utah, they've got Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's George, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 spot. Now here's Markkanen, 5 on the clock. And it's all from three-point range. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Here's George, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Yep, count it.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
They set the pick, pass to White. Driving to the basket, three-pointer, Vucevic. No good on the shot. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Okoro. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Three-pointer, Buzelis fires in the triple.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Markkanen with a screen on White. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Buzelis. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Vucevic in the post, defended by Nurkic.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Jones against George. No good from 11 feet. Chicago has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. To the inside. Vucevic. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist of the night. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by White. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game. 2 teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb, and games just tighten up. But you know, BA, you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Bulls. Driving in, stolen by Jones. Pass to Okoro, back to Jones. Chicago passing it around. Here's Vucevic. The shot off that time. Nurkic with some nice D. Here's Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. There's a screen by Nurkic. Puts up a 3. Markkanen misses. Chicago leading by 4. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Jones feels it out. Clock at 6. To the middle. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to to George. Marking it from long range. Chicago with a rebound. The last time they came together was in Salt Lake City, where they fell to the Jazz.
Turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
Now here's Jones, coming off a 34-point game against Houston.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to the team chemistry.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Collier is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Filipowski in at the 4. That's the group for Utah right now. And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years, they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now, a change of course is taking place.
Pass to Collier. Now Filipowski. Williams defending. For 3, Collier. Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 9. Carter, the pass to Dosunmu. Now Smith. Here's Herder. Dosunmu outside. Ball stolen. Pass to Filipowski. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Then for Chicago, Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Herder, and it's Jones in for Carter. Okoro passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Outside, Williams. Vucevic, a screen on Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Filipowski. Pass to Bailey. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And now it's time to check the rookie leaderboard and see which first-year players are leading their class in assists. Second is Isaiah Collier.
The league got a big infusion of talented passers this year, and he's up there with the best of them. And as time goes, his court vision is only going to get better.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. And a change for the Bulls. Lou Zealous is checked in. The Jazz again can't hit. Bulls leading by 7. Outside Jones. Pass to Dosunmu. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Let's take a look at the numbers for Nikola Vucevic.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Bailey. And a change for the Bulls. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. Pass to Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Uses the glass on the layup. Sensabaugh's got 6.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more responsibility?
Yeah, I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch 4 who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Good work defensively by White. Chicago leading by 7. And here's Jones. To the inside. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Well, this is where Jones is at his best, distributing the basketball.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Jazz making a switch here. Collier's checked in. There's a minute 17 left in the second period. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Mikhailuk. Utah with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
White can't hit.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Picked by Vucevic. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nurkic.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Utah foul. Isaiah Collier. First personal foul. First team foul.
32 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Buzelis. 6 to shoot. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Over Jones. And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Looking at the Bulls, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Utah Jazz. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chicago leading by 7. And the Bulls with 1 playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history. Steve.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
On the court for Chicago, White and Okoro are the wings. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis, and it's Jones in at point guard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He's always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Jones with the ball, guarded now by George. Jones misses. Jazz trail by 7. And he's going for the... Ooh, they go up top for Markkanen.
Markkanen showing his athleticism, soaring to hammer home the alley-oop.
Okoro outside. Chicago passing it around. Pass to White. Three-pointer. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 6 assists now in the game.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Jones. Outside White. Now here's Vucevic. Now Jones takes a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 tonight. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Okoro. George drives in. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Three-pointer, Buzelis counted from distance. Buzelis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of 3-pointers during his career.
Sensible, no good.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Jones from outside. Utah grabs the miss. Pass to George. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Three-pointer. Utah with another miss.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Outside Jones. Vucevic, a screen on George. Here's Jones. Connects on the foul line jumper. Jones has got his 2nd basket on the night.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
A line change here for Utah. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Okoro. And Herter's subbed in for Jones.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarter.
Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Carter in for White. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Greg. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Pass to Collier. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Dosunmu.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Pass to Vucevic. From down in the low post, it goes. Vucevic has got 8, and so it's Chicago, ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assists of the Game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Collier. He's out there with George. Bailey out there with Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Carter can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 10. For 3, George. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. Williams a screen on George. Outside Carter. No good on the three. And for the Jazz, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Shot's good by Collier.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
All right, let's get to another court. Come on and get loud for your breaker against crew.
Markkanen's checked in for Utah. And a change for the Bulls. Who's Ellis is checked in for Carter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Collier. Here's Bailey. Puts up a deep three, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now. Dosunmu, the pass to Herter. Drops in the three.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence is impressive to see.
Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Now Williams. Now Vucevic. Dosunmu on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Herter. And there's another one for Chicago.
Well, if Herter can't shoot it from outside, he can easily adjust to that mid-range area.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. For the Jazz, Nurkic is checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailu comes in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Collier. Then for Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Williams. White comes in for Herter. And it's Trey Jones in for Dosunmu. Oh, the long ball, no good! Okoro with the ball. Guarded now by George. Here's White. Let's loose for 3. Oh, no good. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Now Markkanen. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
Vucevic. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
At the line for one.
That one misses for Vucevic.
Well, he's as steady as they come at the big man position. Vucevic is someone you can count on to help you shoulder some of the offensive load.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Chicago leading by 9. Now Vucevic. 8 feet out. Book it! That one goes!
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
It's Markkanen scoring inside. Chicago has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Here's White. Puts up the tray. Rebounded by Markkanen.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
He launches. Shoots a 3. No good.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Vucevic. And he drives in. Banks it home. Big shot.
excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Takes a three. Oh, no good. Here's White. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game.